With the new Masters of the Universe movie coming out this year, well, in a couple months, I decided I was going to consume as much of the previous content as I possibly could. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not Masters of the Universe old. In fact, my first exposure to the franchise as a whole was through Skits and Robot Chicken and memes. So I decided I was going to dive headfirst into this franchise and see what it has to offer and see how the new movie either holds up, makes things better, who knows. So I'm going to be going through as much of it as I possibly can before the new movie comes out and reviewing everything. Now, when I say reviewing, I'm not one of those film bros that's gonna break down all the technical errors and how it's not a cinematic masterpiece. You don't go into a Masters of the Universe movie expecting to see Goodfellas. You just don't do that. And I am by no means a self-proclaimed cinephile in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a guy who enjoys geek culture, nerdy content, and tries to keep a good vibe throughout all of it. So with that being said, I actually started with the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie starring Dolph Lundgren. Now, critically, people ain't like this shit, but I was kind of expecting that. It came out years after the hype for He-Man had already peaked. A few things I found interesting though, the studio that funded this and was making this went out of business before it was even finished, thus causing the movie to have a low budget, which affected it in ways meaning that they didn't spend too much time in Eternia, and the time in Eternia that we actually saw just kind of looked like a desert landscape where soldiers were tripping, so it primarily takes place on Earth. The low budget also led to them scrapping Orko as a character in general because they didn't have the means to make him on a live action production, so they replaced him with a character similar in nature named Gwildor. The plot of the movie: Skeletor has captured the sorceress and is about to take over Castle Grayskull and rule Eternia, which leads to him battling with the group of protagonists. He-Man and the rest accidentally get teleported to Earth via the Cosmic Key, because Gwildor is a master locksmith and has a interdimensional key called the Cosmic Key. The Cosmic Key ends up in the hands of two teenagers. Chaos ensues. We get introduced to a character named Detective Lubick, who is with the shit. Portals to different universes are opened up, and homie's like, nah, I got the Mossberg. I'm from Chicago, bitch. The Cosmic Key that they're all searching for ends up in the hands of Skeletor. Skeletor, it manages to capture He-Man with the promise of not hurting his friends. He allegedly destroys the Cosmic Key. One of the teenagers uses his sick keyboarding abilities to fix it. He-Man's friends and Detective Lubick end up using the Cosmic Key to go back to Eternia. A sword fight ensues. He-Man throws Skeletor into the pits of hell, and everybody lives happily ever after. Now, lore-wise, probably shouldn't have started here. There are key characters that I later found out are missing. I knew about Orko due to pop culture references before I watched this. There's no mention of the royal family at all, and I didn't know about that till after the fact when I started digging into the universe a little bit. Now, what I like about Masters of the Universe, aesthetically, Dolph Lundgren was a very good fit for He-Man, but they actually limited his speaking roles because one, the director was worried about his ability to deliver dialogue and his heavy Swedish accent at the time. That's why they actually brought in a legendary actor to play Skeletor to make up for the fact that He-Man only has the handful of dialogue throughout the entire thing, which I know some people had a problem with the way that Skeletor delivered his line and the voice of the actor that was portraying him. I was new to all of this. Who am I to judge the way that a highly respected actor portrays a character? I'm not going to be one of those people that gets on here that's like, that's not my Skeletor. My Skeletor talks like this. Go fuck yourself, beast man. We're not doing that over here. I also really like Detective Lubick as a character because he was just ready for action. Towards the later end of the movie, he pulls out the shotty and he's ready to go. The action scenes weren't too bad either. I do like some of the effects. They went heavy on the magic, lightning, sorcery. Also, the chase scene with the flying scooters was hilarious because all the bodies were just stiff, but it was a pretty fun time. Now, there are some parts that I didn't like about the movie. Now, this is just a personal me thing, and I'm fully accepting that. I'm owning up to it. I have to figure it out internally. That being said, I didn't like Gwildor. Now, don't get me wrong, he was good in nature, helped the group of protagonists when they were in a pinch. It was supposed to be a wacky side character who also did play a pivotal role in the film itself. But little homie was kind of annoying. Oh, like, at some points when he was just right there saying, "Hey man, we made it, look!" My reaction was like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up, damn it. But like I said, that is a me problem. I also got real heated at Courtney Cox's character, because at one point Evil-Lyn is making herself look like Courtney Cox's dead mom, and it's just like, I need the Cosmic Key, they're lying to you, I need it right now. And I was just like, don't fall for it, don't fall for it, don't fall for it. Damn it, she fell for it. But overall, as somebody who really didn't know any of this backstory beforehand, and just kind of went into this whole thing blind, I had a pretty good time watching this, which is why I give it my official ranking of pretty okay vibes. Now, I'm not sure if I'm just gonna dive into some episodes of the Cartoon Net or if I'm gonna watch the fan film that was made in the 2010s. We'll just have to wait and see. But other than that, I hope you join me for the next one. Peace.